This video we're going to be taking a look at activity 1.3.2, making holes in CAD, and specifically we're going to be looking at the Trammel toy base, the top piece of the base component for the Trammel toy. So to get started, we're going to go ahead and go to the create button, create a new folder. Let's go ahead and create a folder for the activity. And with the folder created, we're going to create a new Onshape document, select open, select the folder name, select open, and then go ahead and select create with giving the document name Trammel toy base, and we'll call this the top. Select create. We'll go ahead and get started by selecting sketch and then selecting the front work plane. And we're going to go ahead and press the N key to turn us normal to that front plane. And I'm going to right click on the top in the browser, select right click on any of those, and select hide all planes to give us kind of a more clutter-free sketch environment. I'm going to go up here to the drop down arrow next to the corner rectangle and select center point rectangle, selecting the origin, and go ahead and building out our rectangle. Our measurements are going to be 4.25 by 4.25 for the sketch. While we're in here, we're going to go ahead and create those little rectangular cutouts. I'm going to actually change from the center rectangle to the corner rectangle. Off the right edge, I'm going to go ahead and build this rectangle. It's going to be 1.75 by 0.5. And while we're here, I'm going to also go ahead and go up here and grab the dimension tool. Click the top edge, click this edge of the top portion of that rectangle. This is going to be a 0.5 measurement. And while we're here, we're going to clean up the sketch just by using the trim tool, the pair of scissors, selecting it, and then selecting the line, and once more, 2 lines to create this open gap. Now you're going to notice we're going to lose that dimension that we had placed originally. So all I got to do is click dimension once more, click on the right edge, click on the blue line, 1.75, it's still there. I can go ahead and hit enter, and that way that gives us that cutout. Our next one, we're going to go ahead and grab that 2-point corner rectangle. Down in this area, we're going to go ahead and we're going to create this to be 1.25 by 1.25. Now, in order to fully define this, I'm going to go ahead and select the left edge of this sketch for the rectangle. Notice I'm still drawing a rectangle, so if that happens, I can always hit escape. And then I can go ahead and go up and grab my dimension tool, or I can press the D key on the keyboard. I'm going to select the left edge of the outside rectangle to this one. It's going to be a 0.406. And from the bottom to the edge of this rectangle, same kind of thing, a 0.406 for that measurement. We've got a fully constrained sketch now. We can go ahead and click the green check mark to finish it. I'm going to right click here in the graphics window and select isometric. We're going to select extrude, select our sketch profile. I'm going to flip the direction. This is going to have a thickness of 0.25. And we're going to go ahead and select the green check mark. So there's the Trammel toy top base for the most part. The next piece of this is going to be adding in the holes that go on this top face, or in this case, the front face as we have it oriented in Onshape. I'm going to go ahead and select sketch, and I'm going to select the front face. I'm going to press the N key to turn it normal to that sketch plane. I'm going to go ahead and grab the point command. So point, and we have a series of 4 points that are going to get placed in this upper left quadrant. We got 4 points are in the bottom right quadrant of our Trammel toy. And then we've got one by itself up here underneath that rectangular kind of cutout. So we have 9 holes total. And what we're going to end up doing is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to use some geometric constraints. The first one I'm going to grab is the vertical constraint, and I'm going to make sure the holes that are supposed to be lined up vertically under each other, like this one and this one, are going to go ahead and I'm going to click on both of those. I'm going to click on both of these. I'm going to click this one and this one, and this one and this one. And then likewise, I'm going to go up here and grab horizontal. I'm going to click this hole, click this one, click this one, and click this one. And I'm just going to repeat that same pattern. And you're going to notice some of those points are going to move a little bit. some of the measurements we're going to work with, I'm going to go ahead and escape that horizontal constraint, and I'm going to go ahead and run my dimension tool, is that from the left edge of the part to the hole, to the points, we're going to be at 0.375. And you'll notice this point and this point moved at that same distance because of those constraints. From here to here, this is going to be a value of 1.5. And then as I kind of work a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and look at from the bottom up to this hole here. It's going to be 2.75. From the bottom to the top set of holes, 3.875. So notice how these are all going to become black on the outline. These are still blue. That means these are fully constrained. So we're good on that set, and I'm going to go ahead and focus on the bottom set. From the bottom, from here to here, 0.375. From here to here, from the bottom up to that top point, 1.5. From the left edge to this first set of holes, it's going to be 2.75. And from the left edge to the second set, ends up being 3.875. So then all we have left is this hole right here, which from the bottom of the part to this point, it's going to have a measurement of 2.875. And then from the left edge to that point, will be 3.375. So we'll notice all these points will be fully constrained. I'm going to go ahead and right click to escape the dimension tool. I can select the green check mark. I'm going to go ahead and turn this to the isometric view. And what we're going to do here is we're going to run the hole command. So the hole command is going to come up and it's going to ask us for sketch points to place the holes. Now some of these have the same diameter, and so the ones that have the same diameter, we're going to go ahead and select those. So for example, we have 4.177 holes. So this hole, and this one, and this one, and this one, there are 4 of those. And we're going to see that we're going to be on 1 inch. It is a simple hole. And as far as the diameter, we're going to go ahead and set that to be 0.177 and select enter. And notice that that's going to go ahead and size those holes. If I select the green check mark, I can go ahead and see the holes modeled in. If I select the outside edge, I can see down here the diameter is set to 0.177. We can even see that over here in the features listing on the browser, 0.177 through. Now, in order to get those other sketch points to come back up, I'm going to go over here to Sketch 2, and I'm going to click on the eyeball to turn that back on. I'm going to rerun that hole command, and I'm going to start selecting the remaining points. I've got 2 holes, this one and this one, that are going to have a diameter of 0.230. I'll go ahead and select the green check mark. I'm going to have 2 holes that are going to be 0.191, so I'm going to run the hole command once more. Select this point and select this point. Diameter will be 0.191. Select the green check mark, and then we have the one hole by itself, which is right underneath that rectangular cutout, and it's going to just have a diameter of 0.2. Go ahead and select the green check mark. We can go ahead and turn that sketch off by clicking the eyeball. We can even turn off that origin by selecting the eyeball. And this right here is going to give us our Trammel toy base. If we're looking to have some properties, so we can right click on part 1, edit, assign the material. If I search, we can put MDF, medium density fiberboard, select the green check mark, and even if you wanted to edit the appearance to have kind of somewhat of like a brown color or something like that, that would be fine too. So just depends on what you're kind of looking for, or maybe what, you know, an instructor or something would maybe require. So just wanted to go ahead and show you there's your Trammel toy top piece modeled, and in another video we'll look at the Trammel toy bottom component.